Hi there and welcome to the Riyadh, Saudi Arabia sequence of Wheels Abroad. I did 2 inline skating trips and 1 biking trip, and I'll leave the detailed introductions to each of the separate videos, but I happen to be on the top floor of the Hallmark Kingdom Tower building, and that gives me a splendid opportunity to show you where I've been. Check out the view. Check out the view. Now, inline skating trip 1 started kind of in the west and led me up in the northwestern direction, all the way to King Abdullah Financial Center that you see in the back there, the skyscrapers right there. The second inline skating trip, I have to move over here. Oh. The floor is not even here. The second inline skating trip started in the south, in the, let's say, the more authentic parts of the city, and took me past some really nice historic places of the city of Riyadh. And the biking trip, I have to move again, was over there, kind of in the northeast, where the Porsche areas of the city are. So that was a lot of fun too. Alright, here's a quick geography lesson. Saudi Arabia is over here. It's a desert state, and well-known names such as Kuwait, Dubai, right there, Qatar are neighbors of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the cradle of the Islam, and more toward the west are the 2 holiest cities of the Islam, Medina over there, and over here is Mecca, the holiest city of the Islam. The capital, Riyadh, is more at a central location, right here. And that's where I'll be spending 5 days and doing a lot of inline skating and biking. So come and join me in experiencing Saudi Arabia with your own eyes, all the while being on wheels for an authentic flavor. Of course, it's still Wheels Abroad. Also here, because I'm a lover of public transportation all over the globe, and Riyadh just opened 5 metro lines within the last month, from 0 to 5. Here is a notification that I got from the official public transportation app. And there was a 6th line still to be opened, as you can see in the notification. This is pretty cool. The largest opening of metro lines at the same time, 5 of them. It's very interesting to see. The locals still have to get used to it. They're making pictures. There's a lot of staff at hand to guide the people through the metro system. Done. It took me a few hours, spread over a few nights, but it was worth the effort, of course. I manually added all the metro stations, the brand new metro stations of the Metro Riyadh, to my offline app. This will be my lifeline in the city. There they are. Good to see you again. Inline skate, so both of them got the same overhaul. This part was fixed. You can see there's a new piece on it. And this part was fixed over here. And exactly the same was done on the other inline skate. Alright, let's start inline skating trip 1. Capital Riyadh, 7 million people, 5th largest country of Asia, and the largest country in the Middle East. Right behind me is the Kingdom Tower. Yeah, and a little fun fact, it's the world's 3rd largest building with a hole. It was completed in 2022, at which time it was the tallest building in the country, but by now it has been surpassed by several other buildings, and now it is the 6th tallest building. Interesting fact, it contains the King Abdullah Mosque, which is actually in the Guinness Book of Records as being the world's most elevated mosque, so from ground level up. It's on the 77th floor of the center, 183 meters above ground level. For the first time ever, I'm wearing a long sleeve, because over here it is appreciated if you don't show too much skin, let's say elbows or knees. So, long sleeve, long pants, as you can see. Yeah, I would argue this is not your average tourist destination. And I did my homework up front. Is it okay to do some inline skating and biking here with a GoPro camera on your chest? And actually, it should be okay according to locals, because the country has very recently opened up. I'm not sure if this was possible 10 years ago, but now it is. The country has opened up, so it should be okay as long as I don't tape government buildings, people in particular, palaces. So I'm gonna respect that, obviously. Yeah, about that. About not taping a government building. Here's a little sneak preview of what happens when a naive tourist, such as me, is taping a government building without realizing it. And one of the more sensitive government buildings, I should add. So stay tuned for that. There will be another video upcoming on my channel. It's actually Christmas Day, December 25. Last year around this time I was in Cairo. Now that was super hectic. The Cairo inline skating trips are still the most intense skating trips I've ever done in my life. Things seem to be more organized here, although it's also a big city, obviously. Now I've inline skated in Asia before. Check out the Saud videos from South Korea. So it's not the first time. We're actually in the Olaya district, one of the 14 districts of the city of Riyadh. And it's one of the richest neighborhoods of the city. Most of the pictures you see on social media from Riyadh are actually from here, and it gives you the impression of perhaps Dubai, although I've never been in Dubai. I'm in the northern part of the city, and the northern part is considered the, let's say, the posher part, the richer part. South Riyadh is where it all started, the older part, a little bit less posh. Yep, this is me skating through the south of Riyadh a few days later. Stay tuned for that video, it will be coming up in a few weeks. Yeah, so I think it's time to go. And I immediately have to pass a very busy junction right here, so that will be a lot of fun. Yeah, I seem to have no choice. I need to join the car lane here. I have to get across. Sure I'll be able to do that. Yes, over here. All right, fun times, fun times. See, I don't want to take this lane because that brings me to that side over there where I don't want to go. I don't see a pedestrian crossing. Now, like I said, very wide and open. Yeah, let me get you a 360 while I'm here. That looks like a bridge over there. Well, okay. Maybe I can take some of the more quiet roads, if there are any here. Look at how wide the roads are. Wow. So far I'm going a little bit downhill. The city is obviously mostly flat, being in the middle of the desert. But I'm not going to take that bridge. I'm going to take this parallel road over here. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, but it's part of the deal. We do urban inline skating. Oh, watch out, buddy. Watch out, buddy. Nice shot over there. Oh, this parallel road is quite okay, actually. Quite alright. I don't want to take that one, the elevated one. The architecture is quite interesting here in Riyadh. Look at that building over there. It's still in the construction, it looks. But it has this funky curve. Yeah, so for my American viewers, over there you can see a Cinnabon. I remember that chain from my own years in the United States, a long time ago. Let me get out of the way for the cars turning here. In general, you see a lot of names also being displayed in English, which is very nice. Over there in the very back, also with that, let's say, curve, is also a famous building here in the city of Riyadh. I don't remember the name. There's some skyscrapers in the back. There's the Kingdom Center. Cool. Right there's a sign for Mecca Road. I guess that's the road to Mecca. the holiest city in the Islam. You know, where you go for the Hajj. Here's that curly building under construction. I don't want to stop here and film. You never know. I want to be a little bit careful. Well, this promises to be fun. Yes, I can see my first target in the back there. Not entirely sure how I can best get there. I think I'm going to stop for a moment and check my map. Wow, look at that. Talking about the desert. Anyway, I think I can get there if I cross here and then cross there, just using pedestrian crossings. I really have to cross some red lights here because the pedestrian crossings are not, I repeat, not turning green at all. I can wait forever. So I'm going to turn right here and you will see my first target of the day, King Khalid Grand Mosque. Right there. I have some more info for you in a minute. Let me first take up a strategic position here, for sure. Like right here. And yes, I looked up information before I came here. I have to, and I'm reading from my iPhone. So the King Khalid Grand Mosque is a relatively new mosque, and I think you can see it actually. It doesn't look that old. It was built in 1987, opened 1 year later, and is one of the most prominent landmarks of the city of Riyadh. It underwent expansion in 1993 when the women's section was added, and more expansion took place in the 2000s. Here's another shot of the mosque. King Khalid Grand Mosque. I think right here is the entrance of the mosque, the main entrance. Verdict so far on the road quality in Riyadh is good. These yellow bumps are a little bit tricky, but other than that, it's quite alright. This definitely feels more authentic. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. I am. Quick 360. All right. That's a bit steep. Oh, water. Almost slipped. Need to go to that road over there. Not sure how I can get there. Something tells me I cannot even get there. Oh, that police car just passed me. They didn't say anything. I need to find a way to get across here. I think I have to go back that way. That's where I came from, not on this road. I see no other choice. I was hoping perhaps there were pedestrian crossings under the road, but there aren't any. This is also downhill. It's okay, I got all the time in the world. Yeah, there I can pass. About a kilometer from here. Drawing a lot of attention, I tell you. Not surprised. Got my space here. Yeah, using my arm. Gotta hit the sidewalks over here. All right. I see Pizza Hut, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks. Yeah. So maybe I should not try the pedestrian crossings, because this was that junction where I waited forever, and just go with the cars. That should be easier probably. Let's see. And I think I made it clear that I'm turning left here. So cars can also pass me on the right. Yeah, turn left here. Sorry, pal, I have to. Otherwise, I won't be able to make it across this intersection here. Really. You gotta do what you gotta do. Because this place over here is where I was waiting forever. 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. All right. Back in the rhythm. Now obviously we're in the middle of the desert. So very little green here. But look, there was a campaign called Green Riyadh. And you can see here all sorts of pictures of how it's going to look, or is looking already, I don't know. Quite a challenge obviously in the middle of the desert. That's for sure. This is not the easiest thing in the world. The sidewalk just stopped. But there's an exit coming up really soon. My next target is over here, King Saud University. Here's the brand new metro station, and I think the campus is right here. Let's take a look. When I did my homework, I think I saw that the main entrance is a little bit over there, like a kilometer that way. I think it's a huge campus. Well, let's take this sidewalk over there. Yeah, the sign there says King Saud University. The Esplanade, a term that I see a lot over here. I don't know what that is. Alright, so this is a good moment to show you where I'm at. So here's the city of Riyadh, and the university campus is easily recognizable as this square over here. This is the university campus of King Saud University. I'm currently at that corner over here, next to the Esplanade Mall, although I don't realize that yet. You'll hear me and see me wondering what the Esplanade is in a minute or so. So most of the campus seems to be concentrated in the south. Here is the brand new metro station. Here's the university hospital, and there are quite a few colleges at this location. The College of Engineering is visible there. There are a few others, such as the College of Applied Medical Sciences, the colleges of Social Sciences and Humanities. Here's the university main hall. I think pharmacy is over there. So yeah, I initially planned to also enter the campus by inline skates, but when I got there I wasn't so sure if that was allowed. And second of all the issues with the junctions and the distances in the city had seriously changed my plans for today. So I was not actually going to enter the campus. I was going to touch the campus, let's say at its edges along this road over here, which you will see in a minute will also lead me past the girls' campus of the university. It's the entrance to the Esplanade. Again, I don't know what that is. It's quiet. Yeah. Wait, isn't that a hotel? Now I don't know for sure. I mean, the map says I'm at the edge of the university campus. Be careful, security guard. That one there, actually driving around. Aha! Some walking required. In Dutch we call this klunen, with ice skates. Klunen. This is... Okay, I'm not going to stop here, but I see on my left the King Saud University Girls Campus entrance. They are separated. There is a girls only campus. Obviously I'm not gonna stop there. I'll just try to do it subtly. Be careful here with the sidewalks. Pretty high sidewalks. Alright. Looks like the sidewalk stopped over here. It's only sand. That is not a lot of fun. Very slow and on the shoulder of a really busy road. I know my limits. So I'm going back. We're gonna take the road on the other side there. Parallel road. Once again be passing the girls campus of the university. Much easier, I tell you, much easier. Behind a police car. Apparently it's fine what I'm doing here. That's where I just was, where I turned around. It's gate 3, the Irka gate. It's still the girls' campus. Wow. Another entrance to the girls' campus, gate 2. Olaya. This campus is huge, people. I knew that already, but you don't actually realize it to the fullest extent when you're there. Huge parking lot I see there. Wow. Maybe a gate to the main entrance. You'll forgive me that I'm not gonna try to cross. It's a lot of work and I still have other things to do. I'll probably go here by foot later during my stay here. I have a few facts on this. So it's King Saud University. This was the first university in Saudi Arabia, established in 1957 by King Saud bin Abdulaziz in an effort to address the country's skilled worker shortage. It was known as a Riyadh University from 1964 until it was reverted to its current name in 1982. There are 40,000 students. 7% of this population of students is international. And you may see a drop of sweat here and there. It's really warm with the long sleeves on. I'm not used to that. According to the webpage of the university, it's the first ranked university amongst Saudi universities, 19th in the world according to the Shanghai 2024 rankings. And I know those, I'm familiar with those. In the very back, you can see the Kingdom Tower. That's where I started. Yeah, I've done quite a distance by now. In fact, 13 kilometers I had done by now. And here's one of the main findings of my efforts so far. One of the things that has struck me most so far is cars coming from the right are backing up. They are not used to me. But I'm vigilant. And that was it for part 1 right here at King Saud University. I really enjoyed my first skating meters in Saudi Arabia. And come join me in my next video as we continue the skating for 12 more kilometers past some posh neighborhoods like the one shown over here and some other neighborhoods, and we will also visit a collection of skyscrapers, King Abdullah Financial District. It was lots of fun. And yeah, witness me kind of accidentally ending up on a highway. If only for a short time. But that was quite something. Now, as announced at the start of this video, I will also bike in Riyadh. Watch me battle difficult junctions as I make my way through the posher parts of Riyadh. Look at me smoothly crossing over here, simply demanding my space. I had to. The junctions here were no joke. And deep in the neighborhoods of this desert city, I would find small parks with green, a rarity here and there in a desert city, of course, and people enjoying their time off. It was really nice. Now, my second inline skating trip was quite a thrill. I started with a necessary repair of a stuck wheel. Here you see me working on it. Before traversing some more historic, older and authentic neighborhoods of Al Bata. And going north, I will come across the historic heart of Old Riyadh and come visit a square with a very sobering past, as well as old palaces and big mosques. Now, this video will also contain some slapsticks, such as me being directed away by the police from a sensitive building and me finding several brand new metro stations in a row to be closed, continuously pushing my projected endpoint of the trip backwards. So in the meantime, I'm also still working on my videos on Buenos Aires, the capital city of the country of Argentina, in the continent of South America. Completely different spot on this planet, completely different city compared to Riyadh, but that's what I love, right? All these different cities, all these different flavors. So stay tuned and subscribe if you like this kind of urban exploration on wheels.